Welcome into our selection show, everybody, for women's college hockey, along with former Northeastern captain Paige Capistrano, Olympic gold medalist, Hockey Hall of Famer Angela Giro. I am Arda Ocal. And the stage is set. We will now announce the 11 teams that will be competing in the NCAA tournament. It is an 11-team field, of course, because there are 44 teams in NCAA women's college hockey. 25% make it, just like the men, 16 out of 64. The regionals will be played at campus sites. The top 4 seeds will host those in particular. 5 conference champions, 6 at-large teams. The Frozen Four begins March 22nd and 24th. So, who is the #1 seed? Well, Angela, it is the Ohio State Buckeyes. How about that? Coming off a loss, but still the #1 seed going into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Ohio State is chock full of talent, coached by the unbelievable Nadine Muzzerall, the coach of the year for WCHA. They've got depth. Hannah Bilka, Kayla Barnes, both first team, all WCHA. They've got, again, their goaltender, Rayan Kirk, is the women's goalie of the year finalist. They've with 8 shutouts and second goals against average. This team, again, reminder, they won in 2022. They're looking for their second, but again, great culture, great, overall depth from forwards to D to goaltender, and again, just a family is what Coach Muzzerall said. They just have talent across the board, and depth, I think, underscores a reason they're #1.
We got a golf clap there from the watch party. It was like, yes, we're #1. We did it. Congratulations to us. Is there any surprise on your end that it's not Wisconsin?
Yeah, I think you would have thought, okay, they lost in the final yesterday in the WCHA final, but they've been so good throughout the year. And again, these pairwise rankings, what really I think come down to statistics. I think the committee does a really good job of ensuring that, if you look at the numbers, the top seed's going to end up there, and I think that's the reason they're #1.
I mean, you can't fight the pairwise math, and that's the reason why Ohio's #1. And they're just such a gritty team. I love their game, and I love their work ethic.
Head coach Nadine Muzzerall will be joining us later in the show. So #1 is said Ohio State, the Ohio State, pardon me. Pretty obvious who #2 is going to be. It's going to be the Badgers. Wisconsin coming in at #2, Paige.
They made such a statement yesterday, winning the WCHA against Ohio State, the #1 seed. They have 3 Patty Kazmaier top 10 finalists. Caroline Harvey on D. She was the WCHA Defender of the Year. Casey O'Brien, Kirsten Sims, the WCHA Player of the Year. And they're just so deep in this lineup. They have the experience. They want to repeat, and they know what it takes to win this tournament.
So they are the #2 seed. There they are. A little bit more enthusiastic there. I will be grading the enthusiasm from the watch
Don't make
parties.
this another competition.
Yeah, exactly. So they're very happy. How about #3? We got Colgate.
Yeah, Coach Greg Fargo's 12th season. They're the ECAC championships, beating Clarkson 3-0 in the final. But again, they've got some star power in Danielle Serdachny. Again, team leading 61 points. A Patty Kaz top 10. Kristina Kaltanikova, again, second on the team with 55 points. Great goaltending. Their Rookie of the Year, ECAC Rookie of the Year, Emma Pay. So their special teams, I think, are a highlight for me. Again, second in the NCAA in the power play. And at 36%, which is a unreal number. But again, Colgate brings it every year. They've been dominant in the ECAC, and they finalized that, beating Clarkson in the championship just yesterday.
There's the Colgate watch party. Best backdrop, I would say, right? Right, overseeing the ice. Very, very cool. This is their 5th NCAA tournament selection. As we move right along, the Clarkson Golden Knights.
What I love about them is their defense, and that starts with their goaltender in net, Michelle Pasechnik. And I believe goalies, they can steal playoffs. In her game, she gives her team so much confidence to play in front of her. And their top D pair, Nicole Gosselin, Haley Wynn, they lead their team in points as defensemen. So they're creating their defense and making it offense.
Taking a look at the resume of the Clarkson Golden Knights, first in the division, as you saw there. How about the Golden Gophers at #5?
Well, I think we weren't sure what was going to happen. They lost 11 graduating players, including Zumwinkle and Heisey, but they've stepped it up with the best power play in the country, 37%. Forward Abby Murthy, the junior, Patty Kaz, top 10, 59 points. They've got a lot of depth across their forward line. Josephine Bouvang, again, 48 points. So And Lucy Morgan, again, grad goalie, has a great save percentage. So they're a team that, again, losing so many players, I wasn't sure how high they'd be this year, but they've proven, again, under Brad Foss's leadership, that they brought another excellent team to the table.
So that's our top 5 page. What stands out to you?
I mean, Ohio and Wisconsin, when you look at their roster, both of their rosters, they just star-studded. And Coach Muzzarall, she has said that she has never coached a team with the amount of skill that Ohio has. And hey, she coached Minnesota back in 2013 when they went undefeated. So think about what that says.
Yeah, and I think, again, Ohio State, Wisconsin, you go back and forth. Ohio's got 3 wins on the season head-to-head. Wisconsin's got 2, but those 2 have come late in the game. So maybe not a surprise that they're going to be 1-2 inevitably, both outstanding teams.
So Wisconsin got the better of Ohio State in the WCHA championship game.
Yeah.
How much does that factor into what we're about to see here?
Well, you win 3 in a row early on for Ohio, but
Yeah.
then you lose the last 2. In Wisconsin, reverse, there is a momentum shift, you'd like to think. If you're coming off a win, especially the 6-3 dominant win, Ohio State's going to have a chip on their shoulder saying, hey, that was a fluke. And Wisconsin's probably saying, hey, we're the best team right now heading into this tournament.
And this is the time you want to be playing your best hockey. And yesterday, that is what Wisconsin showed. So for Ohio, like you said, they have a chip on their shoulder. They're mad. They want to have Wisconsin again improve themselves.
I would, though. I never liked being number 1. There's a little bit more pressure. So in some ways, maybe Wisconsin got the better end of the deal. There's just a little less pressure set on them. And also looking at the, kind of the lay of the land, what is that going to do in terms of the rest of the bracket?
Yeah, absolutely. So our top 5, we have revealed it to you here on our selection show. Here is the bracket. We'll show it to you right now. Ohio State will await in the second round. We will reveal the remainder of the teams, of course, as will Colgate and Wisconsin, but we know that it'll be Clarkson and Minnesota in that second round. Minnesota Duluth, how about that? They are revealed here in our bracket, so they will be our number 6 pick page.
The Bulldogs goaltending, that is what stands out to me with this team. Haley McLeod, Ev Gasco, they both made all WCHA teams this year, and this team, they play in the WCHA. They know what it takes to compete against the best teams in the country, and that's why they'll do well in this tournament.
Minnesota Duluth, your number 6 team in the NCAA tournament, and they will be facing UConn in the first round. Angela, UConn coming off a massive victory. You were there. You were calling the action.
Yeah, Coach Chris McKenzie, the Hockey East Coach of the Year, unanimous selection, has developed such a strong team, particularly defensively, led by their goalie. Tia Chan yesterday stood on her head. A shutout, again, a Hockey East final to get them here over Northeastern in overtime. But you've got Cam Wong on defense, the grad student, first team, and Jada Habish, this big power forward, scores lots of goals, Hockey East first team. And again, a strong defensive core. They're not putting a ton of points up, but they have great culture, well-disciplined, and do extremely well in their special teams as well. So strong win for UConn. First time ever. Congratulations to them.
Minnesota Duluth number 6, UConn number 7, and it is Cornell Page at number 8.
When I hear Cornell, I think Izzy Daniel. She made the top 10 for Patty Kaz, and I wouldn't be surprised if she makes top 3. She has been their backbone all season long. She comes in clutch, but the whole team, they have a lot of depth, and they have something to prove going off of the ECAC tournament. They going in with a chip on their shoulder, but they have the talent.
Their 9th NCAA tournament selection for Cornell. They come in at number 8, and Stonehill is at number 9.
Yeah, again, Newhall gets an automatic berth, and with Stonehill's victory, winning that championship under first-year coach Lee J. Marsola, this is their first time here, and only the second year of the program. They're on a roll. They've won 8 straight, led by sophomore Alexis Petford. She's got 34 points on the season to lead the team. Sophomore Bailey Feeney as well scored the game-winning goal, has earned the all-tournament honors. Again, this team is peaking now, and it's exciting for Stonehill to have this opportunity to play in their first ever NCAA tournament.
The NEWHA champions. And They may not have heard the announcement quite yet, or maybe they already reacted, but I'm sure they're quite happy. Stonehill's at number 9. We'll now reveal who is at number 10. It will be St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence, they've had an awesome season this year, and I was talking to Coach Chris Wells, and he said their turning point was at the end of January when they beat Clarkson, Cornell, Colgate all in a row, and after that, they started to believe. They're led by Abby Hustler, another top 10 Patty Kaz finalist, and she loves to score goals, and that is what you need on your offense. May Batherson, she's been on the point. She does a great job running their power play. She's a transfer from Syracuse, and she's made a difference as soon as she got to St. Lawrence.
So all but one revealed. That's the 10th NCAA tournament selection for St. Lawrence, and our final entry will be Penn State.
Yeah, CHA champs under Coach Jeff Campersol. It's their second tourney selection. I think they feel like they've got some unfinished business after last year's loss to Quinnipiac, where they were ranked higher. But this team, again, has come out strong, 22-12-3 on the season. Tessa Janicki is their leading player, 53 points, 13th in the country. She actually has the most shots of anyone in the NCAA, so she's putting pucks on net, deserving of the CHA Player of the Year. And again, they've got great depth to their Katie Desa in net, again, has stepped up and done a great job. So again, Penn State getting that last spot here, and I think they have something to prove.